Hey everybody, welcome to Diva Dads episode 28, a Dadsgiving. I'm Dana Martin.
I'm Rodney Bettis.
I'm Mike Kilgore, Cynthia Bradford.
And I'm Adrienne Dobson coming to you from San Antonio. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy
Happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Dadsgiving to us today.
Happy Dadsgiving.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Perfect. You're drinking a beer before your drink? Okay.
Yes, I am.
It's called a
So
primer.
to recap, Rodney, I was going to try to join you in your drink today. And then you said something about eggnog, and I was like, ooh, no. So my mom and I are having mimosas.
Nice.
Which means she'll be asleep in 20 minutes.
Awesome.
How is everyone's Thanksgiving?
Fabulous. My grandmother turned 90 the day before Thanksgiving, so I gave her a 100-year-old card for her birthday, and
Are you asking us if you did it?
No, I did that, and then I wrote at the bottom of it, I said, just in case you don't make it to 100, here's what a 100-year-old card looks like.
Oh my gosh.
And then followed up with another card that said, as a child, you would be asked, how old are you? And you would hold up however many fingers. Well, now you just have to hold up one finger. And she gave me that finger for both the cards. So it was a very special memory. So
Love it.
But yeah, we had family down, and I got to see my sister and my nieces and nephew, or my nieces. We went to Santa's Wonderland last night with them, and of course, like the best part of Santa's Wonderland is seeing kids like just light up, looking at everything, and it's.
I thought you were gonna say the best thing about Santa's Wonderland was seeing Rodney.
Yeah.
Close fourth is Rodney as the conductor.
We actually talked about it today because Ryder's getting to that age where he wants to, tell Santa what he wants. He's excited about Christmas lights. And so I thought, is this the year we're going to have to shell out all this money to go see Rodney and the rest of his Christmas lights? And so I showed my mom the website and showed my dad the website. And he was like, what? I could go down the street with the light. That was the reaction I expected.
Yeah, it's super cool this year. They've got an ice skating rink and this whole new farm and
a hay maze.
Yes, and a hay maze. That's
fun.
That sounds like a Halloween thing.
I mean, it is what it is. I think it's just where they store the hay for all of the animals, and they're like, hey, let's make it an attraction.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, Lord.
Kids might do this.
So Rodney, did you actually get to have Thanksgiving dinner with your family, or did you have to leave to get to Santa's Wonderland?
Yeah, so no, my immediate family, the ones that live under this roof, they all went to Dallas, and I stayed here. My mom made for her a scaled back Thanksgiving meal, so it was still crazy. Of course, all of her meals are crazy and big and stuff, but so it was really good. Got to spend, it was just the three of us, my mom, my stepdad, and me, and so it was a good time. And then I went to Santa's Wonderland and I worked and only got sort of annoyed at people, so it's good.
Dana?
Yeah, mainly Dana.
Cynthia, what about you? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. We normally go to friends and they have like 30 people over and we deep fry turkeys, but we didn't do that this year. We just stayed at home with my parents came, and we just had kind of a quiet Thanksgiving. So then we went to Central Park because we're cheap and saw the lights there. So, and I don't know if you've ever gone under the big Christmas tree there, but if you look up and spin around 15 times, it's like Dana after a few drinks on Diva Dads. But you run and like you just fall, and all the parents of the little kids were staring at me and my big kids like, when are these idiots gonna leave? Like, but it was fun. It was a nice Thanksgiving.
Perfect. Mine was pretty quiet as well. I came down to San Antonio, so it was just me and my mom and my dad, and my dad's one friend, because that's all he has. I'm kidding. No, he has a really good friend who spends a lot of time at the house, so he came over for dinner. And yeah, same thing. It was supposed to be a scaled back thing, but there's like still a mountain of turkey in the fridge. But normally our Thanksgiving involves a lot of people, and our tradition is to go to the movies. We always go to the movies. and get popcorn. And then when we come back, and I'll tell this story later, but we always have pizza the night of Thanksgiving. And so we still did that too. So I feel disgusting, but it was worth every second.
I don't know your dad that well yet, and I hope to learn more of him, but he sort of, if you've seen that 70s show, he reminds me of Red Foreman a little bit.
Oh, yeah. My mom's a big fan of that show, and I think I understand why. So we have one of our guests that's already anxious to come on. But before we do that, and she's watching, so I know she knows that I'm talking to her. Why don't we go to our first segment, Cynthia?
Today's first segment of When Kate Cries is appropriately about, I blanked on the show, about Whose Holiday. So we have Whose Holiday coming up at the theater, and Adrienne Dobson will be starring in the one-woman show. And so it's appropriate timing for Kate Cries to be about Whose Holiday. Here we go.
That is not the right video. That's Rodney. I think this is the right video. Yes.
When Kate Cries. Hello. So for this week's When Kate Cries, it's going to be in honor of Adrienne announcing that she's doing Whose Holiday again this year, because I definitely cried the first time I saw her in that. I was living in New York, and we would talk every few days, and she explained to me, like, it's this 1.5 hour long show. It's just her on stage. All of the lines have to rhyme, so she can't even improv. And I started crying. I think it was one of the more somber parts of the show when she's singing about the things she's been disappointed with in her life. But the reason I was crying was not because I was sad for trashy Cindy Lou Who, but because I was just so overwhelmed by how talented my best friend is, and how talented our Adrienne Dobson is, and how lucky the theater company gets to have her. And it's going to make me cry now if I keep talking about it, so I'm going to stop this here. Bye.
When Kate Cries.
Oh, Katie.
She's so very right, though.
If you have not seen this show, you have got to get it. It is, you think, one woman show for 1.5 hours, and the time flies by. And the story is amazing, and it's irreverent. It's hilarious. You'll never look at Dr. Seuss the same. But I had the same reaction. I teared up.
What'd you say, Tina?
Or Adrienne.
Oh, yeah. So that's true. My dad has a hard time still.
My cheeks hurt. I was laughing so much. It was so wonderful.
Yeah, I made it through the show on the way to San Antonio. It's technically like 2 runs of the show. I made it through once with a few prompts, because essentially what I do is I record myself doing it, and then I listen to myself over and over again. And I made it through. It was rocky, but it's going to happen. Beth Creel and Stacey Erskine are officially coming on to help direct me, which this led to a really interesting conversation with my dad last night. He was very confused as to why you need a director. And I said, because I can't, make myself do things. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, this is hard, and there's a lot of weird stuff, which you're very aware of. And it's hard to kind of push yourself outside of your own comfort zone. You have to have someone nudge you. As much as you think, oh yeah, I got this, you really don't. You have to have those people. And Andrew's done it for 2 years straight. And so I'm excited for Beth and Stacey to come on. My dad also approved of some of the COVID gags that I was throwing at him. It's like, testing, is this funny? Good, you're laughing? Okay, cool. So maybe this will work.
I was watching, I watched the 2000 version of The Grinch with Jim Carrey or whatever this afternoon. I actually slept through most of it, but I was thinking about this show coming up, and I was like, I wonder what Cindy Lou is doing now. And of course, that movie was in the year 2000, and so it's 2020, and so she's 20 years older, and her IMDb image, she's got like black eyes and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. Whoa, she really is Cindy Lou Who.
No, she is. So Taylor Momsen went on to be in Gossip Girl. And so she was this kind of up and coming actress, and she blew off her acting career to become this like goth grunge singer that's very sexual. And yes, you're right. Yeah. But speaking of The Grinch, did anyone see the really creepy advertisements for Matthew Morrison in a live version of The Grinch?
No.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm intrigued because Matthew Morrison, but yeah, that's kind of, that's an interesting choice.
So from the Hairspray days, and I think this is pretty much confirmed. That guy, he's married now, but in his Broadway days, he essentially slept through the chorus of almost every single one of his shows. So this guy had the worst reputation ever. In fact, who watched Selling Sunset? Did anyone watch Selling Sunset?
Hold on. Are we talking about Matthew Morrison still?
Yeah.
Like the Glee dude.
Yeah. Thanks staying with us.
Okay.
Yeah. But okay. So Selling Sunset, well, actually, Dana, this pertains to you. So you know Justin Hartley from This Is Us, the handsome heartthrob brother. Okay, so he was married to a reality star on Selling Sunset, Chriselle. And in her testimonial, she talked openly about her first fiance, who was a total awful guy. She calls him a dick in her testimonial. It's Matthew Morrison.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
He's not a nice guy. And I feel like ever since, so even Glee, like he was great in Glee, but it's hard to look at him and not see a sleaze bag.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
he'll never be on the show now, thanks to Adrian. That's
I think we're fine. Okay, so while I bring our special guest in, Rodney. Oh, I'm gonna let you do that, Dana. So if you are waiting don't worry, don't panic. Oh my gosh, the look of sheer terror in your face. The special guest who's watching, feel free to click the link to join the Zoom, and Dana will let you in while I play Rodney's video.
All right.
Okay, cool.
right.
Okay, let's see. Where is Rodney's? Hold on. There's a lot of videos happening tonight, so
Yeah, and this one's kind of long, so.
that's good. I'm excited about it. Oh, come on. Hold on. Oh, I see a puppy dog. I'm excited. Come on, where are you at? There we are. Drink time.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you come in. Rizzo and I just relaxing a bit. We would like to offer you a Christmas card from Diva Dad Rodney and Rizzo to you. Enjoy.
All right, and welcome to Cocktails with Bat Dad. Tonight we're gonna.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Well,
No, you don't have anything.
of course,
to do with
Batman
Christmas.
has everything to do with Christmas. You know, jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg.
Come on, Bad Dad. You just can't.
Well, come on, I want to make
You
the
gotta
cocktail.
go. You've had your time. Go away.
Oh, you're no fun. Fine. Fine.
Fine. Now that we've got that over with, we're going to make some Irish coffee holiday knock. So I have had this recipe because I've already made a full recipe, and my cinematographer, the little twerp that he is, cut my head off like right here for the whole thing. And so I've already had a few of these, and I'm gonna make some more just for you people. So Merry Christmas, y'all. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need is egg whites. So I've got 2. Remember, I've had this recipe, so typically you do 4. You're gonna put them in your mixer, and we're going to blend that until we get some soft peaks. So put it on high and whip it. Whip it good. Oh yeah. All right, so what's going to help get those peaks is a little bit of sugar. So grab your sugar and put about a tablespoon of sugar in there. It's going to help those peaks develop a little bit, just to give the egg proteins a little bit something to hang on to. So we'll let that whip a little bit. I'll speed up the video.
We're supposed to have holiday
When it
music on
sticks
top
to
of
your
this. We have
wrist
it.
like so, you got your stiff peaks. So you're gonna transfer that into another bowl because I said so.
Spatula.
All right, your bowl doesn't have to be super clean because we're gonna put all this stuff back together in a minute. But until then, you can set your egg whites aside, put your mixture back together, and this time we're going to add our egg yolks from our egg because waste not, want not. All right, so you're gonna add your egg yolks in there and a quarter cup of sugar. Actually, the other recipe called for a 1/4 cup of sugar, so I'm going to do 1/8 of a cup of sugar. And turn on your mixer and mix it up. You're going to want to mix this until basically the eggs have lightened up, gotten a little fluffy. So they'll start off that dark, deep yellow, almost orange, and they're going to finish up a very light and Dijon recipe. I know that sounds really appetizing for a drink, but hey, you get what you pay for. Okay, so as that comes together, you can add the other ingredients. So here I have a cup of milk and 1/2 cup of cream. Remember, I have halved this recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my mixer. Oh, I should have turned it down for everybody. So I've got, it's crazy. Let's not do that. Plus, we don't want it too frothy. So you just want to kind of mix it up. So I'm going to let it stir kind of quiet-like for just a bit. And while I do that, I'm going to get ready my special ingredient. Okay, so we're going to use Jameson cold brew. Influencer tip here, Mike. You got to hold your hand behind it so that the camera focuses. Okay. All right. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup. Remember, I've had this of your whiskey. In this case, I am using the Jameson cold brew so that we have a little bit of coffee. And because I'm special, we'll just add a little bit more. All right. I've had a few of these already. Okay, so basically what you want to do is just combine that and kind of slow it down, get a lot of the bubbles out, because we don't really want the bubbles. Okay. Now, once you have that, we're going to add our egg whites back in. So go ahead and take but we don't want to mix those egg whites in. We want to fold them in, okay? So add your egg whites back to the mixture here.
You're gonna fold the cheese?
Very, very good. All right,
but how do you
fold?
How do you fold?
I don't know, David.
Oh.
And if I was real bougie like Mike, I would have one that has, the scraper along the side. That's super sweet. So, Christmas cake. All right, so lock that down. Now, this definitely needs to be on a low speed. And I'm going to let this go for a little bit because in my last batch that I made, it was really frothy, like super frothy, like almost too frothy. Which froth is not a bad thing, but it made it hard to get to the alcohol, let's be honest. Okay, so we're going to let it go for a little bit. While this is happening, this is when you want to add that nutmeg. Okay, that's going to make a nog instead of just kind of an eggy milkshake. So give me a second. I'll be right back with the nutmeg.
Gross.
Okay, so if you're a patient person, that's not me. If you're a patient person and you have all the time in the world to look through all the spices and find fresh nutmeg that you could then use your very bougie grinder and grind it in there and be super special, well, you be you. I'm going to buy the stuff that's already ground, okay? And you're going to add you add like a teaspoon, maybe a little bit less, but just add that into the mixer while it's mixing, and it'll give you those nice speckles that you're accustomed to with your nog. All right, so we're just going to keep letting that go down and just reduce and liquefy and get our glasses ready. Okay, so you're gonna probably, if you're at a party, which we don't do parties in 2020, but if you're at a party, you're gonna pour this into a punch bowl, and people, and with a ladle, will ladle their cocktails in. But I'm gonna be a lot like Clark Griswold, and I'm just going to dip my cup in and pull out a nice frothy glass of this for you. So I'm gonna go get my glass. Be right back.
You're so quick, Rodney.
I know, like lightning.
All right, ladies and gents, it's the moment you've been waiting for.
Have we?
Wow! That was not on key, and I know Adrian doesn't like that show. So we're going to pour some into my glass and hopefully get some liquid in there. instead of just froth like last time. Now this stuff will keep in the refrigerator for a long time because of the alcohol. In fact, there are some people who age it. I would not age it on a shelf. That seems like a bad idea. I would age it for sure, refrigerated, if not frozen, but I don't know if aging happens when it's frozen. My guess is probably not. So I'm not gonna age this. This isn't gonna last till Christmas, even though I've made a batch and a half. It may not even make the night. But you put a little nutmeg on top and, shoot it. No, don't shoot it. It's very delicious. I think the second batch is better than the first. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a container in the refrigerator and then drink it for the foreseeable future. All right, guys, back to the show. That's delicious. It's even better than the first batch.
How much of it is
goodness.
left, Rodney?
I don't know. A little bit.
Hi, Christy Petty. Welcome to Dadsgiving.
Hi, guys and gals. What's up, KP? How y'all doing?
We're good. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was really good. I will say that my Thanksgiving has spurred my first ever sober appearance on Diva Dads. Unless I'm still drunk from yesterday. Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. The village always does like the really big village family blah blah blah, but of course we weren't going to do that. So, but my sister still came down with her kids, and my sister and her husband had COVID like 2 months ago. So,
Oh my gosh. How are they feeling?
They're fine now, but so Cindy's like, I don't have it, I already had it. And I'm like, I guess that's fine. I mean, that's better than when you didn't already have it and you just went everywhere and then came over. So anyway, but so we had her and my parents, and then Sarah and Angela, because we're kind of all in each other's bubble because we live and work and overlap all the time. So yeah, that was fun. And then we sang karaoke. And that was awesome.
So
that's
how did we go with the village? Because I know you guys were doing a lot of Thanksgiving meals for families.
I think we served like, I don't know, 70 or 80 of them. So like that was really good as far as like when people bought and picked them up and everything. So it was part of our subscription, and then we added a lot. Steven did really well. My favorite part is because that happened, I didn't have to make Thanksgiving dinner. I just like put a little extra in. And so that was super great.
Yeah.
And then because Steven worked so hard, he got an extra day off. So I'm sure that ultimately ended up working out. So it was a nice way to do it. I liked it. We'll do it again for sure.
I saw you were giving some meals away at the end of the day too. You had extra. Mm-hmm. That's wonderful.
Yeah, because we made a little bit extra in case, it's just restaurant business. You trip and drop something after you always kind of make a little bit more of everything in case something weird happens. And then we still had our family stuff. So we did that early. And I'm like, I have so much if anybody wants any. And so there were some people that, Madeline, she came and got a couple and took them, one to a friend that was like a nurse that had a COVID scare or whatever, wasn't leaving the house. And then one to this really neat artist lady that I know that was at home. And so I was like, would you like us to bring you one? And so we got to feed some older people that were staying in. And that was nice. It's fun. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's Thanksgiving dinner. What's everyone's least favorite Thanksgiving dish that is customary to be part of Thanksgiving, but we don't like it?
Sweet potato pie.
Same. Sweet potato pie.
How do you feel about pumpkin pie?
Love it.
Love it.
Hate it.
Okay, you know what's great with pumpkin pie? Take Oreos and whipped cream and use the Oreo as your spoon.
See, I use ham as my spoon for the whole plate. At Thanksgiving, I said that yesterday. I was just like, ham, scoop up the sweet potatoes. Ham, scoop up some stuffing. It's delightful. Ham bite. You like
So
take a
it's- It's I don't know if I've ever had sweet potato pie.
I
Like,
haven't-
do y'all also
sure if you
not
like
like
it.
sweet potatoes?
Sweet potato casserole, terrible. Like,
The
yeah,
marshmallows on top.
marshmallows, cream, or
Sweet potato
someone put
fries
Red Hots
from
on
Proudest
it.
Monkey?
No.
I love me some sweet potato fries from Proudest Monkey.
Now
but I think
do like the French fries, and I'll eat sweet potato, but it just I don't know what it is. It's just spooning out orange goop. Like, I don't know. It's gross.
I'm gonna have to make you some and see what you think.
Oh my
I thought
god!
you
If
liked
I had a
sweet
nickel.
potato pie.
Oh, you haven't had mine.
Well,
I just
the reason I said that, so my Blake's cousin was from Hearn, Hearn, or what's next to Hearn? Franklin.
Not,
She's
Franklin.
not really important.
It hush. Like I said, I'm a little hungover. Point being, she won like the Texas FFA, like whatever years running with her recipes all the time, and she had this sweet potato recipe, and it's mostly just butter and brown sugar and pecans and sweet potatoes. So there's no marshmallow, doesn't have any cream in it. But I got chastised yesterday because I didn't make it, because it was the first time in like 10 years I haven't made it. But Steven made one, and I was like, super, I don't have to cook, But it's just a big, I mean, it's really, really sweet. So it's pretty more like a sweet potato, like sugar pie, but it's delicious, and you like crunch it up on the top. It makes a crust.
yeah. So actually, this meal, my aunt made it that way with the crushed pecans and brown sugar or whatever on top. And my wife said it was fantastic. I didn't taste it because of all the orange stuff underneath, but apparently it was really good. So you might be onto something, and I'll probably like it. I like pecans, so.
You put enough butter and brown sugar and things.
Yeah, I don't know how you can not like that. Linda Bendixson says giblets and giblet gravy and
Giblet. What the heck's a
yeah.
giblet?
Giblet.
Oh,
Isn't it
giblet. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
giblet. Yeah.
That's a gimlet.
It's regardless of what they are, they're nasty.
Oh, giblet
I don't.
gravy.
Somebody made some of that gravy, and yeah, I don't.
Oh man, just mounds of food, and then you just pour that. Just take one solid gravy boat of giblet gravy and just.
gross.
No.
Changing
no.
the subject after that, Christy, tell us really quickly about your favorite like holiday entertainment. Like, what do you love to watch? What do you love to listen to when it comes to the holidays?
Well, I mean, Thanksgiving specifically, I love to always watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles if I get to, because I think that's the best, one of the best movies in the world anyway. But then it's just a fun Thanksgiving movie. It's not the holiday season until I watch Charlie Brown Christmas, because my grandma and I used to always watch that together. And, when it was really on the television and everything, kind of, that was like the first thing to kick everything off. But I love Elf. I watched that with you. I think, Adrian, you and I both watched Elf and Love Actually in the movies together.
I think so.
Yeah, now that I say that, because I remember watching Elf with you, and I think we also watched Love Actually in the theaters, which are my two. I know it just like came out very kind of close to the time, early 2000s. But I love both of those movies, and I do consider Love Actually a Christmas movie because
Oh, absolutely.
Perfect movie.
Yeah.
Perfect movie.
awesome. So I really like all that kind of, I really enjoy. Oh, I almost forgot. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh my god, I haven't heard that in 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Might still have my copy of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Previous guest Stephanie do.
Oh, I was like, not me. I have my own
No.
copy. I bought numerous over the years. I always replace it. And Kenny and Dolly's Christmas special. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen it, you need to and watch it over and over. So good.
So there's a one Thanksgiving song that my dad, I don't know how we got away with not having to listen to it yesterday, but everyone knows, y'all know Alice's Restaurant?
Yeah.
The ultimate Thanksgiving song. He will let that play all day long if we would let him on a record.
Can you explain that video that you posted the other day, Adrian, and why I'm supposed to be in love with it? The turkey
Lurkey time?
Yeah, please expound.
So there's a debate of whether or not Turkey Lurkey Time is a Thanksgiving song or it's a Christmas song. So it's from the musical Promises, Promises with music by Burt Bacharach. It's a classic. But they have a big office Christmas party. And for funsies, the girls come out and they perform this song. It means nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. The three women that do it aren't characters in the show. They're literally just women in the office. But the center woman is Donna McKechnie, who is famous for being the original Sheila in a chorus line. She's this iconic Broadway dancer who, thanks to Michelle Green, I got to meet her in Houston several years ago. It's just, okay. But it's this iconic, weird moment. The reason why I think it got popular again is, did anyone see the early 2000s movie Camp, about a bunch of weird kids that go to theater camp?
Yeah, it was a weird show.
So weird. Well, you should, but they did the Turkey Lurkey, and I think I knew Promises, Promises, but I didn't know that song. So they recreated it entirely, and now it's just a constant. I think it's a constant, and you should love it. I don't understand why there's hesitation here.
I think if maybe the image quality was a little bit better, I'd get into it more. But they just look like, pixelated dots going across the screen.
You know what I will do for you then? I will hunt down the version that we did, which I don't think we have a recording of the performance, but I have a rehearsal that features Katie Mitchell and Deborah Campbell Green.
Well, I pay money for that.
Yeah. That I want to see.
I have that somewhere on my YouTube channel. Merry Christmas. I'll find it for you.
When did you do Promises, Promises? I don't remember that.
It was the year after we did Esther. So we did Taking Liberty, then we did Esther, and then in place of an original musical, Randy was like, Promises, Promises, and we thought, okay, that's totally going to bring in the people. It didn't, but it was me and Wyatt Smitherman played the lead guy, and
J. Paul.
And J. Paul. J. Paul was the married one. Yeah. Christy, you don't remember it all?
No, I'm like, because I know what Promises, Promises is. I'm like, the theater did Promises, Promises. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Campbell
really
Green
good.
was amazing in her role too. I still remember her.
Yeah.
She had one scene that was amazing.
Yeah, she played the cameo at the bar when Wyatt goes to get away. And he ends up, and that was a great number. But also has the iconic song of She Likes Basketball, which just makes no sense.
David in the chat says 2013 or 2014.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. All right, Christy, we have another guest waiting to come in, but tell us what your favorite Christmas song is.
That's really hard. But I love Chestnuts Roasting on Open Fire. Anytime I just think that's such a pretty song. But I love Diana Krall's entire Christmas album, and everything she sings is beautiful. It ends with that Count Your Blessings from White Christmas.
I love that song.
And I love thinking of that song as a Christmas song because it's in White Christmas, but I don't know. When I heard that, that's probably. I do love, also the California Raisins Christmas album.
Oh my God!
When I was young,
yeah, Temptations are fantastic.
Really solid Christmas album. So yeah, bunch of little random ones. Oh, and Kenny and Dolly.
Oh,
the Kenny and Dolly Christmas album. Why, Dana? Kenny and Dolly?
I just saw.
We know his taste level. Riverdale. That's all I'll say.
I saw Dolly yesterday on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and she just and Kenny Rogers.
I'm about to mute
What?
You are really walking on thin ice here. Are you from Texas? Where are you from?
I am.
I don't.
Yeah, but he wants to live in San Angelo, armpit of Texas.
She has a new Christmas musical on Netflix, and I love a good cheesy Netflix Christmas musical, but it was a little too cheesy for me.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
Shut your mouth right now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was really cheesy. She's been doing lots of cheesy movies, but I still love them. She can't do anything wrong. When I was little, my Aunt Dolly, I literally called her Aunt Dolly when I was like 3.
Well, I love you too, darling. I mean,
Linda agrees. Don't you dare disrespect her, and that's from Linda Bendixson. So we need. All right, Christy, we're gonna say
citizenship. And I know she's from Tennessee. I'm just saying it's very un-Texan-like to not like Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
All right, cute people. Thanks for letting me hang out with you.
It was so nice to see
you, Christy.
you. You had a fabulous Thanksgiving.
Rodney seems
Why are you
impressed.
listening to your wife?
I'm so impressed. Like you worked here for 3 hours.
Do you want me to tell you how long it took you to make eggnog? Because that was like, seriously, this is a segment. I think it's his own show.
He thinks
And
that.
It is. I'm glad that you realize that. Okay,
You were
bye.
sitting there by yourself in your house, entertaining the shit out of yourself with a tripod, just laughing for so long.
Parker Greer,
Drank a
one
lot.
We're
for
going to say
Christy
goodbye
Pettis.
to Christy and segue into our next guest with another video.
I still have this in my room. Goodbye. Later.
Bye, Christy.
Bye.
Hey. Yay.
Hello, family. It's Kelsey Coleman. I absolutely love the holidays. The time between Thanksgiving and New Year's is one of my favorites. Some of my favorite entertainment is, of course, going to see local shows, local entertainment, musicals, local, or watching anything that was maybe a pro shot online. There's a lot of great musical theater that has like a holiday sort of message, and so that's one thing I really love doing. The movie Elf is also my favorite Christmas movie, so pretty much every year I watch that. My family also watches A Christmas Story pretty much every year. I also really love caroling. I've caroled a couple of times in nursing homes, and it's always been really fun and entertaining, and I just love all the possibilities that come around the holiday time, and specifically the entertainment, and of course the food, and the time with friends and family. So I hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving and an even better Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Bye.
She makes me smile so much all the time. I love Kelsey.
I have never heard her so quiet.
That's what
I
I was
haven't
just
either.
about to say. She was like trying really hard not to wake up her entire family at like 1 o'clock in the morning filming that.
Hi, this is Kelsey. Merry Christmas. Hi, Christina.
Hi, everybody. How are
Ah.
you?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much. You guys too. How was it?
Nice and calm, and it was just me and my parents. Everyone else was kind of doing their thing. I did see so many large groups gathering, like really big groups. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. Just me and my parents, which, only child. I guess that's not that crazy. But yeah, my grandpa and aunt, we just opted not to get our local family just for safety. And my parents and I ate on the back porch. Just, but it was the most beautiful day I think we've had all year long. So we were kind of expecting to be a little bummed out that it felt different, but it turned out to be just kind of a nice new feeling.
My mom and I went to my Auntie Mame's house today and sat on their back porch for a good couple of hours because it was just like so pleasant and nice.
It is gorgeous. As is your new haircut.
Oh, thank you.
Love it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Shut up. You don't like Dolly Parton, so.
Yeah,
No,
you're on
you
me.
know that I read today that she's contributing to coronavirus
Yeah.
vaccine fund.
Yeah.
She's just a superhero.
It's not that I don't like her. It's
Oh,
just
it's pretty obvious you don't like her.
You're the one? Oh, Dana.
I would like to explore like what issues you have that affects your attitude towards her, but that's just a different type of conversation.
it's literally a whole nother show.
Okay. Christina, we haven't seen you since Rocky. So how was it coming back to do that with us?
Well, it was amazing. It was truly the first time I cried leaving College Station. I didn't really know that I would feel that way again. But it was just so wonderful to get to reconnect with everybody, knowing that we were doing it in, as safe a way as possible. And I mean, it's just one of my favorite shows. It's so fun and silly. And I think that we adapted it to the times as well and as safely as we could. And that was something that became, part of the hilarity of it. So that made me really happy.
So in between the 7 and midnight show, I had told you how awesome it was to finally get to be in a show with you and blah, blah, blah. Do you recall? Yes.
I do,
And
yeah.
then the very next show that night, I said a wrong word in Dr. Scott's song and totally blew the whole entire first verse.
Dana, not you. No.
And
Oh
all
my
I could
God,
think
Dana,
of, and
relax.
this is not an exaggeration, Christina. All I could think of was, oh my God, I just told this girl sitting next to me just how important and awesome it was that I was in a show with her, and then I totally screwed the pooch. Like, it was terrible. So I'm glad that you were crying because it was a great experience.
That's what my reaction was, and what everyone's reaction would be, which was
Nobody cares.
all of us. Nobody cares.
That's a point. That's a Diva point.
That was a good one.
That was the great thing about it, is that it didn't matter. It didn't matter if we messed up this one.
And it was truly, I mean, even, I know that you said, but people did notice because people in the audience told me they noticed. We've all been there. It happens, and it stinks, but it stinks more for us than it does for anybody else. And
Yeah.
I mean, it humanizes all of us, I think, makes us all feel closer because we've all been there. So
Absolutely.
You're just so nice, Christina.
I know. She could
I don't
be
know
totally
why.
destroying
He doesn't
me right
deserve
now.
it.
So Christina, the holidays are coming up, and one of my favorite holiday shows that you and Adrian were in together was when you sang Ice Cream and she sang, I am blanking out, and I'm not even drinking. But help me out, Adrian.
She loves me.
She loves me. I loved the magic that Christmas number that just got faster and faster and faster. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I mean, remember it in theory. We didn't even remember it.
Oh my gosh. I was in the pit in that one, and I remember we'd play, and I'm like, there's no way they can sing it this fast. And you guys would sing it faster and faster every night.
I mean, I will say now that it's done, the chaos that you may have felt during that number was true chaos, because we struggled with that number, but it was so fun.
You were like moving packages around, and poor Corey was carrying stacks of boxes, and
it was a very highly choreographed number for having actual dance choreography. Like, it was very much like weaving around each other.
It was supposed to be, but I think the end result, because we kept trying to make it clean so that we all knew which packages, which customer, which way. And then I think we at some point just said, we're not going to remember this anyway, so just go. And so by the last time the customers run through, it's just like a free for all.
Madness.
It was hostile. There were certain packages that people would fight over. I remember fighting with Kelsey, maybe Armane, over one of the sample bottles that they would try to take, and I wouldn't let them. It was chaos, intentionally.
Yes, intentional, based on genuine chaos. It turned into part of the show, Yeah, that was a blast. I actually, when I was teaching dance that year, I was teaching a children's musical theater dance, and we had a holiday recital, and that was the song that I choreographed for, I think it was just
Counting Down to Christmas.
Yes, I think it was
12 days to Christmas.
12 days to Christmas. I think that Carabelle Case was in my class.
Oh my gosh.
Say that, but it was only like 2 or 3 kids, but I'm pretty sure one of them was Carabelle. And yeah, I was just trying to get that same energy of like, blah, which I resonate with that feeling. I think that's my internal monologue almost all the time.
Yeah, I get that. When I try to think of that song is not what comes to my brain. It's always the Christmas Story song of it's almost nearly getting close to counting down to Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I get the two of those confused all the time. So now I remember 12 days to Christmas, 12 days to Christmas. A lot.
Yeah. And the only way I could play that song was to bounce. So by the end of the song, I was just like, it was insane. I can't even imagine
it musically. Looking at that on a page, you're a superhero. I don't know how you can.
Well, you guys too. I mean, that was a fun Christmas show.
Fun Christmas show. I do.
Well, thankfully, we have a little bit of that's going to be in a theater company carol, which we didn't talk about, but we can talk a little bit about it now. Actually, a couple things that we've talked about tonight are in it. So we have a little reprise of She Loves Me with Christina and James Cho.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. I'm really excited. And Christy said her favorite song was Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maddie Sakala is singing it.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm excited to hear you guys sing that song. Christina, do you and your family have any like certain holiday traditions that's very unique to your family?
I think we do. My family, even though I'm only a quarter Polish, my Polish side, like that's, elements of my heritage, we do tend to celebrate a lot. So we celebrate, I'm sure just reminiscent of what it would really be like if we were doing it authentically, but it's a Polish holiday called Wigilia, which is like a Polish Christmas Eve. And so basically the only thing that I think we really do that is Wigilia, like traditional, is that we get these little wafers on Christmas Eve during dinner, which is when my extended family meets to, exchange presents and stuff. But they're these little tiny wafers that are edible, but they taste, it's like paper, but you can eat it. And my grandpa will take it, and every person takes a little piece of it. It's called a płatki. And when you eat it, it's like you're accepting a blessing for the new year.
That's
So
cool.
it's really cool. Yeah. And, they'll usually kind of like pray blessings on that evening and on the year. And it's also supposed to be a day of remembering like your family members who have passed, and and just remembering them fondly. So I really have always liked that. I plan to continue that into my adulthood whenever I have a family of my own. The other thing that is a bit Polish that I just remembered that we do, and I can't say I'm on board, but I do try to get on board every single year. But we eat this dish called śledzi, and it is as good as it sounds. Śledzi is raw pickled herring, which is a fish.
Oh yeah.
So it is raw and it is pickled. Only my grandpa and my aunt like it. No one else will even try it except me. I try it every year to see if I have yet acquired this very unique Polish taste, and I haven't.
I think that's okay.
Maybe
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
And if it makes you feel any better, if it's pickled, it's not technically raw.
And that's true. It's like cured out all of the, but it has the coloration, of that kind of translucence of still being raw.
And it's still looking at you.
Yeah, it is interesting to say the least. My parents won't even try it anymore. They're like, look, you've been there. We don't like it. Like we're sure now. So
what was the name of it again?
Śledzi, but with various letters that we don't have in our alphabet. Like just all with the little like.
Yeah. If y'all have seen The Family Stone, do you remember when Sarah Michelle Sarah Michelle Gellar, when she's making her traditional Christmas dish and it gets like put on everything, that word sounds like what that dish looks.
I mean, could be. Who knows?
Yes. So one person who couldn't pop in tonight, but I wanted to say hi and happy Thanksgiving was Andrew Carson.
Oh my God.
And he wanted to tell us that one of his favorite traditions that he does with his family is always watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Mm-hmm. Did anyone watch yesterday?
The end.
The end?
Of it, yeah.
I think I watched the beginning, so between the two of us, we watched most of it.
Watched it.
So you saw Hamilton?
I saw Hamilton.
And Dana saw the Rockettes?
No.
Okay,
that was Pardon.
Yeah, I missed all.
Bringing it back.
So my favorite thing about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is one, obviously getting up to watch all of the Broadway performances. And I think last week we talked about how Randy would always just say snarky things the whole time. And he was like a best, like virtual good person to watch it with. But one of my other favorite things about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is just the ridiculousness of the pairings. So it's like Cardi B singing, Christmas tree with Sesame Street on a float.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my favorite part, is just watching these ridiculous pairs like make it make sense. I don't understand.
Yeah, they had the one that I saw that I was scratching my head it was a girl from like Fifth Harmony or one of those girl bands that was popular a couple of years back, and she's gone on a solo career, and she's wearing this like red bustier, like she looked like she was about to do Rocky Horror. Like she was, like had this like bustier and then she had like black tights underneath it, and then they had this like float behind her and all these dancers that were they were like Hollywood, like doing like a Hollywood production with fans and stuff, and I just thought that was a very non sequitur. I thought it was very odd.
And I also didn't know, so this year I knew that some of the performances were pre-recorded because COVID, but I didn't know, and because I wasn't really paying attention, all of the balloons and stuff, that was from previous parades.
Shut the front door.
Really? Yeah.
Really?
They didn't pull out all the balloons this year. So like some of the floats were real, like from yesterday, but a lot of the balloons were from previous parades.
I guess the clue is that if they were gonna be up this year, that they would have made gigantic masks and like made a big thing of it to put masks on the balloons. That would have happened. So I see.
Were the Rockettes masks? Did anyone see it?
I didn't see them.
I didn't see that.
The Rockettes, they wore these awesome masks. It also led to some funny articles today of like the Rockettes can do this full routine in the cold wearing a mask. You can wear one to the grocery store.
Amen.
But they look so cute because they were dressed up in the little nutcracker. So the masks had a little rosy cheek.
Nice. I did learn, I did watch during one part where it said when they first started doing that parade, they actually, at the end of the parade, they would let the balloons go. And if you found the balloons, you could take it into Macy's and you could get a discount for something. I don't know.
What a terrible idea.
I know, yeah. Like today, like that's just, could you just imagine finding that,
Smokey the Bear?
Yeah, or PJ McStuffins or whatever his name is in your, I don't know. I don't watch.
Okay, I know you are confusing PJ Masks and Doc McStuffins.
There you go. That's what I'm combining them.
So.
Christina, any like parting holiday message you want to give to the theater company family?
Well, I just want to say, hang in there, everybody. I know that this year has not been easy for anybody, and it's been harder for some than others. But please don't lose hope. You know that even if we are all struggling, that we're all there for each other still. So please, if you're struggling, don't hesitate to reach out to folks at the theater company. I think I can speak for most of us when I say that we'd be more than willing to, help keep you looking in the right direction. And let's just hope the next year's a whole heck of a lot better.
Here's hoping.
I mean, our standards are just so low. It's gotta.
Let's hope so.
Well, the Diva Dads are born from this COVID grossness. And I know I would have never gotten to really meet you or anything during this time. And I really appreciate everything that all of us have been able to accomplish through this time. And thank you for being a part of Rocky again.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. Absolutely. Love you guys.
Thanks for popping in to
have
say
a great
hi.
holiday.
My pleasure. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, Christina. Bye. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we're gonna do another video, and then Dana's gonna let someone else in. I'm very excited.
Kiki.
His name is Keith.
Sorry.
Hi, Diva Dads. I'm gonna try and not curse during this video. But when asked what my favorite holiday entertainment was, easily it has to be Christmas caroling. I remember we actually did a caroling event with the theater. It was really fun. We got to sing some classics and just all be together, and pretty sure they had hot cocoa for us afterwards. It was really nice. So definitely Christmas caroling is probably my favorite holiday entertainment. I wish we could do it now, but obviously it's a little difficult, but I'll be for sure singing all my favorite Christmas songs this year. So love you guys.
We love you too, Keith.
Yay, Keith. We're going to talk about what happened at that caroling event in a second, but hi, Cameron.
Moser.
What's up, Cameron?
How you doing? Happy holidays.
Cameron, I had no idea you were out. Cameron.
Hi.
I was looking for an ugly Christmas sweater today, and I don't know if you remember this, but I found this, and for some reason I just thought to bring it to the theater, but this is the shirt I was wearing when you kissed me in 9 to 5. The unscripted kiss when you kissed me. This was with my ugly Christmas sweaters. This is the shirt.
I love that you still have it. It's not creepy at all.
And that she keeps it with her
Super
ugly
flattering.
Christmas sweaters.
I think she fastens it around a pillow. Is what she
Well,
said.
It's actually a pillow.
Right, yeah.
He fastens it around her High School Musical pillow.
Yes, that and Troy Bolton.
I mean, Cameron's no Troy Bolton, but no, just kidding.
Wow.
You're more than Troy Bolton.
Oh my
How are you, Cameron?
I'm good. I'm recovering from Thanksgiving.
What'd you do?
We did, so me and my boyfriend David, we went up to his aunt's place, which is up in Mamaroneck in Westchester. Wednesday, had a distanced, safe Thanksgiving, just the three of us. And then yesterday had a very small group of friends that all made food and played games and just kind of fellowshipped together. But it was just so much food and everything was so rich and just like body destroying. We did it. So it took a while. Like today I was just like, I don't want to eat ever again because it's just too much. But it was all good food, so not food poisoning.
Awesome.
What's the city been like over Thanksgiving?
It's normal. At least what the new normal is right now.
So are there tourists coming?
I think so. They're kind of hard to spot now because the usual like tourist places are closed. Like you can see them in the restaurants or in Broadway or like weirdly taking photos in Times Square, but now they're harder to pick out. And so I don't think there's many, but there might be a few. But it's just like I don't know. To me, it feels normal, but it's a new normal with no crowded like sidewalks, or Times Square is pleasant most of the time instead of like 2 hours out of the week. Yeah, it's fine. It's like a normal, it's just nice out. It's not crowded, which is probably the best part.
That's nice.
You get to like live the movie like every year, the holiday movie in New York City. What's your favorite holiday memory in New York City?
Oh, my favorite is probably my first Christmas winter time that I spent up here, because the first winter I was here, it snowed, or there was snow for like 6 months. It like snowed at the end of October and then it stayed until March. But there was one day that I was just wandering around Manhattan and I happened to go to 30 Rockefeller, and they had like, there was snow everywhere. There was the tree up. They had people ice skating, like just like in Home Alone 2, I guess except with people. But I guess it's Saks Fifth Avenue does this big production holiday themed display on the side of one of their buildings. It's like the building that faces all of 30 Rockefeller and all the directions they have.
Bergdorf is always my favorite.
Yes.
They've got the cool windows.
They do. But this one, I always think I get the building wrong, but they do a projection on the wall. And this year I had no idea that was a thing that happened. No one ever told me anything about it. I just wandered by myself to this area and there's a gigantic countdown happening on the side of the building. And it was like at 15 seconds, slowly counting down. And like people were just standing around. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. Should we run? Like, should we start running now? Is this just a warning? I nervously waited just to see what happened. And it was like this wonderful, like light projection, like Christmas holiday display on the building. And it was like such a magical moment that you just found in the city. And like every year they keep doing it and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I think that's one of my favorite memories, is just wandering and finding like the coolest stuff in Manhattan. Yeah.
I love that.
I was thinking about that. Santa's Wonderland, where I work at, Cameron Mosier, is got a new skating rink.
Full
I don't
name.
know why I had to use your full name, but that's the way I do.
Just so people know.
It's
We're not
I
famous
want to make
enough to be the
sure that
mono.
everybody know. Yeah, exactly. So we've got a new skating rink, and I was sitting there watching them on my break, and I was like, "This is really cool." But it would be so much cooler if I was like sitting on the rail at Rockefeller Center and watching the people skate on, at the ice there. I wonder what that's like. Wonder how much bigger their ice skating rink is than this one. And so anyway,
It's surprisingly not that big.
I was going to say the Bryant Park one is.
The Bryant Park one is huge and really spacious, but 30 Rock is like, in the summertime, it's a food court. So it's just a small little area, but it's super pretty when they have all the decorations and the snow's up. So it's the better
How
one.
much extra, Rodney, does it cost to do the skating rink at Santa's Wonderland?
I have no idea. $400. I don't know.
So quickly pitch to Terry why we should pay to go to Santa's Wonderland.
Because it's her birthday, and she should.
Yeah, happy birthday, Terry.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Did she get free tickets for her birthday?
No, nothing's free at Santa's Wonderland. Actually, once you get in, pretty much everything is free. I mean, as far as like the rides and stuff like that. So like the kids, all the stuff that the little ones are going to want to do is free. So they can bounce on the jumpy pillow. They can go meet Santa. They can go through the just amazing hay maze. I mean, they can ride on my train. They can ride on the little train. They can go through the petting zoo. Like if they want food for the petting zoo, then they have to pay. Or if they want to ride the little ponies, they have to pay. But there's all kinds of great music acts out there.
Snowball fight. They
I'm
can
talking
ride
right now,
down the
Dana.
thing.
So why don't you just?
Well, you weren't hitting all the points.
I'm just staring at Cameron, so.
It's fine. I don't think I'm well lit enough like you, but best I could do.
You're lit perfectly, Cameron.
Cameron, do you have a favorite form of like holiday entertainment, Thanksgiving or Christmas? A favorite like song, movie, musical that makes you happy?
A favorite like entertainment thing. I think I have in the past couple of years I have joined the ranks of loving and anxiously anticipating getting to listen to Kelly Clarkson's Christmas album, Wrapped in Red, because it's great.
That one's good.
So many good songs.
Mhm.
It's great. Everyone should listen to it. I don't know. I think some of the like a lot of Christmas songs have kind of grown on me over the years, and so I just like listening to all the music because that puts me into the spirit of things the most.
We watched Casey Musgrave's Christmas special, but it was from last year. I love it so much.
I haven't watched that one yet.
It's good.
Does she do a duet with Zooey Deschanel?
Yes, and Leon
Yeah.
Bridges is in it, who I love. There's some other people in it, but it's just funny. My dad, his only review was, "It's a good thing she's a better singer than she is an actress." Because it is like one of those old-fashioned, like awkward, like, "Oh no, who could be at the door?" It's pretty bad, but super cute, super cute. Cameron, what's your favorite Christmas song to sing?
Right now, it's "Underneath the Tree" by Kelly Clarkson.
It's a good one.
That's a bop.
I feel like I have another one. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer always gets stuck in my head
Okay,
to an obnoxious level. So it's also fun to sing.
so if we were to get you a backing track, would you like to do it for us? Like not now, but for our like theater company, like holiday virtual experience.
Sounds like
Possibly. I feel like we could make that work.
Awesome.
Okay. If you want to rethink the song choice too, I will let you.
We'll
But if
probably
your heart is with your grandmother getting run over by a reindeer, that's also fine.
Okay.
How is grandma? Can we show her?
But fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's a family song.
Just checking. Just checking. What are y'all gonna definitely stay there for Christmas?
We are currently, I think we're leaning towards coming back to Texas possibly for the holidays. It kind of depends on the state of things when we do so, because we may try to travel back in like the next couple of weeks, or it may be like a month from now, but most likely during the like Christmas, New Year's time, we will try to escape the city for a little bit.
Well, we'll be here.
Yeah. Yay!
We'll be
That's
here.
the reason.
I'll put on my shirt when you come.
Did you ever do a Christmas musical at the theater? Did you do any of the Christmas shows?
Nope.
I love how Cynthia's answering for him because she knows every show. She was... No, he did not.
I had a weird thing where I like just for some reason I never did a lot of the like family shows, and I feel like Christmas was always a family show.
It typically was. And then you would run out of Christmas shows to do. So then Randy would do a Christmas Carol for the 8th time.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what we're doing again, but that's okay.
All that talk about the ice skating made me think about one of my favorite Christmas movies, and I'll get made fun of for this, but Serendipity, like that movie is 100% on my list every year, and even in the middle of the year, just to get that feeling of, yeah, I love that movie. I appreciate Rodney holding his tongue right now.
I just never, I don't guess I ever considered that to be a Christmas movie. But I'm on board. I like the movie. Like it's John Cusack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love everything John Cusack.
Future ex-wife. Yes, 100%.
Have you been to Serendipity?
No.
Oh.
It's in New York. I've never been in New York.
Yeah, me neither.
Terry, how was Serendipity?
Oh, it was amazing. Chocolate heaven.
Oh.
Is it the ice cream place?
So it's frozen hot chocolate.
That's what it is. Okay.
And I think it might have been the last time I was there. Katie and I went, and this is what we ordered to share. We got the supersized frozen hot chocolate with caramel and buffalo wings. So we split buffalo wings and frozen hot chocolate.
I don't know how my stomach would feel eating something like that.
It made me happy. It made me happy. So Cameron, I'm going to be in touch with a Christmas song of your choice. And if David would like to participate.
Okay.
Or only if Cynthia allows it. I don't know how she feels.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
I'll just pretend it's Cynthia.
Oh.
I'm not going to sleep tonight, Cameron. I am not going to sleep tonight.
Is David there right now?
He is, but he is in the other room. He's hiding away.
We'll send him our love. Do y'all have any other questions for Cameron?
Just that, I'd love to meet him someday.
Aw.
I mean, I love the fact that he pops into Dads After Dark every now and then. Thank you so much because I get to chat with you. But yeah, like when you come down, we need to totally hook up and meet. So.
Oh,
that's not what I meant.
Weird choice of words, but okay.
I wasn't gonna do that to you, Dana. I was like, I got what you're
Thank
saying.
you, Cam. Oh, Cameron. I don't know. We're not on that level. I can't call you Cam. So
you call him Cammy. Cammy Pants.
Cammy Pants.
That's what Linda Bendixson just said. Cammy Pants.
The full thing, Cammy Pants. Just like either Cammy Pants or Cameron Moser. Those are the only two.
Yeah, you got to say the all first and last name.
Also, Christy just talked about MAME, or she just mentioned MAME as a Christmas musical, which is weird because it's not. The irony is that the Christmas song in the show is because it's like the middle of summer, but the song is "We Need a Little Christmas" because this is weird and we need Christmas. Like the millions of people that during quarantine decided to start putting up their Christmas trees. But before you go, Cameron, I am going to tell you really quick about the story that Keith told about caroling with the theater company. So a couple years in a row, the Traditions golf course or whatever invited us to come out and sing at this storytelling night. So R.C. Slocum will come and read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and all the kids would listen, and we would carol. And they would have hot chocolate or something. One year there was like a hot dog station and like maybe chili, and then there was a hot cocoa station with marshmallows and candy canes and all these things. It's for the kids. The theater company showed up and they cleaned the thing out. Like Keith, Kelsey, Mandy Coleman. I think Roger and his kids were there. I mean, we like polished off this station, and it was like, then the kids came out for hot cocoa, and we were like, was this not for the artists? I don't know.
Everyone's just awkwardly standing with their hot chocolate. Just like, sorry, you're out.
Why are they being served in the little Scotch cups? I don't. I'll take 5.
Well, Cameron, it was lovely chatting with you. We're gonna say good night, and
Good
we
night,
hope you have
Cameron.
a wonderful holiday season. Stay warm and stay safe.
You too. Thanks for letting me come on for a bit.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Cameron.
for coming, Cameron Mosier.
Bye.
Bye.
Maybe.
Okay, we're gonna go to another video really quick, and then hopefully the other person is signing on. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, this is a good one.
Ugh,
No,
again with this person.
Yes.
Okay, so my favorite holiday entertainment. Honestly, I really just love having an excuse to celebrate anything. And so the excuse to celebrate at a time of year that everyone's kind of taking a breath and celebrating the holidays is, I mean, just like a field day for me. So some highlights include drinking all day, specifically things like mulled wine and spiked cider and, eggnog. And then there's also just like regular wine and beer and cocktails. And I think it's really the drinking for me. Oh, and when you spike your hot chocolates, those are good. And your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's drinking for me.
So 100%, you get up in the morning, you brew your coffee, you pour it over some hot chocolate, and you throw a shot of peppermint schnapps in it. And let me tell you, that is the best pick-me-up for any day of the week. You don't have to wait for the holidays. Just saying.
Kiki, how you doing?
Oh my gosh, Keith!
Hi, Keith.
You're muted.
Hey, friends. It's been a minute.
Hello. What? Are you
It's been
working?
a week.
You're in a storage
I'm at
closet?
work right now. Yes.
Which work?
I'm actually at Mad Melts over here at University in Texas.
What's your favorite dish at Mad Melt?
The Wingman, for sure. Hands down. It's a buffalo chicken grilled cheese.
Oh
and it's
my God.
insane. It's so good. Yeah. I got extra buffalo sauce and extra blue cheese spread on it, y'all. And when I say that shit was good.
Does your
I already
mouth is your
cursed.
mouth
Oh
on
my
fire?
gosh.
Like how hot's the buffalo sauce?
I'm a wuss when it comes to spice. So for me, it's spicy. But for you, Dana, I'm sure it's
Very spicy.
plenty enough. So what's up, you guys?
Look how important you look. You're all signing stuff and everything.
I'm like doing paperwork and stuff. I'm so official.
How was your
Oh my gosh.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was really chill. I had lunch with my family and we did a socially distant outside type thing, which was really good. Everybody wore a mask. Everybody was super cooperative. It was great. And especially for being a half Italian, it's like really hard to keep people in line. So the fact that we were able to do that was great. I went home and took a nap, which was awesome. And then I just watched a couple movies. And so it was super chill. It was really nice.
So I saw that Taylor made a turkey. At the
Okay,
bar.
she did today, and at one point she said she had to leave, and she was like, "Can you make sure the house doesn't catch on fire?" And I said, "That's a lot of responsibility." And I was going to take a shower, and during my shower, I was thinking what if the kitchen's on fire right now, and I have no idea. I legit was freaking out, but thank goodness I went out after I was done and it was totally fine. So it looked good though. She did a great job.
It looked good. That means you didn't taste it.
No, I did not taste it. I was not home to be able to taste it. So,
okay.
Oh well.
Tell us about
I'm
your
sure-
Thanksgiving tradition with Taylor.
What do you mean?
I mean that when you guys cut Thanksgiving short to spend money.
Oh yeah, we typically do Black Friday on now it's on Thanksgiving night, but this year it's been a lot different, obviously because of Corona and stores kind of doing their Black Friday like throughout the month. So this year I was like, I'm not doing that. No, like that's a huge no for me. And I think a lot of stores have been doing that too, just been like saying like, we're not doing Black Friday, which is awesome. Like they should not be promoting anything like that right now. But Cyber Monday is still a thing, which is great. So I'll probably be doing a lot of Cyber Monday shopping, which will be fun. I just got paid from my job, so it's like the perfect time to do some Christmas shopping. So yeah, that is typically the tradition though, but it's not happening this year, unfortunately.
Did the rest of you typically do Black Friday?
Taylor does, Weston does not, and then the other Taylor probably just supports the other ones.
Yeah, good man. Yeah, I've never really gotten into the whole Black Friday thing. It seems like
it's like, so when I say I go Black Friday, I do it like very lightly. I'm not the type of person. There are people that I've seen who have like the full on, like they make T-shirts for it. Yeah. They like wait in these ridiculous lines. They're the people who like, they're so like, I mean, I've heard stories about people going to Walmart and I'm just like, are you serious? Like,
Keith, I did that one year. I did it 1 year.
Did you?
Because Harrison was like 4 and wanted a Leapster, those Leap Pad things. I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah.
They were like $10. That was the Black Friday deal. And I felt like scum of the earth because we're all hunkered around the Leap Pads and you couldn't touch them till like 5 in the morning. And it was just,
gosh.
I'm like, never again.
Well, and what's funny too is I used to work in retail. My first job I ever had was Old Navy. And I remember when I started, they had me scheduled for Black Friday, and it was from like midnight till like 8 a.m. or something. So I did the overnight shift. Yeah, that was terrible. It was awful. To all the people who had to work on Thanksgiving and on Black Friday, I commend them because it's not easy. People are very rude. They're not very thankful. So yeah, it's a lot.
So Charlotte was at the furniture store today for Black Friday, and she told me the numbers that they've done this month, and I blown away. And this is furniture like you have to order and wait for, and I can only imagine like how. So today I drove to Huntsville to pick up a Black Friday deal on something at Academy, and I literally, Charlotte ordered it online. I drove to Huntsville. I parked in the spot. I clicked it. This is my spot. And I waited for them to bring it to me. I was not going in that store.
No way.
It was insane. And I'm like, in today's day and age where, especially with COVID, they're putting these ads online. Like, just go online and just have them bring it to you. Like, you don't have to go in.
You don't have to go to the store and get it. Yeah.
Did anyone do any online shopping today?
No.
I did not, no.
I know this may sound like a shock, but it took me all day to make that video.
Because it's so awesome, you had to do it twice.
I did have to do it twice. And Mandy came home from Dallas today, and she was like, "Wow, the house looks great. You put up the tree, you put up all the decorations."
Aww.
And she was like, "You were so nice." And then she was like, "You just did this for the show, didn't you?" And I was like, maybe. But your decorations are up, so win-win.
Win-win, baby.
So, Kiki, what are you asking for Christmas?
So this Christmas, it's really funny because I'm asking for like the most random things. I'm asking for one of those heating pads for your back because I've been having really bad back issues. So I'm literally asking for one of those. I'm asking for, this is a little PG-13, but I'm asking for one of those. Have y'all heard of Manscaped?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I won't go into details. If you want to know what Manscaped is, you can Google it yourself. But I'm asking for one of those because I've never owned one and I've heard it's actually really good. So like a lot of like things that are just helping my body and stuff. So yeah.
So, Christy wants to come back.
No.
Christy, if
We're
you
too
want to come
close
back,
to the end time. She's gonna have to
Christy,
come.
if you want to
after
come
dark.
back, come on in. It's totally fine.
It's after dark.
Actually,
No.
if anyone wants to come back, they're fine to enjoy the final video because it's really beautiful.
Oh, okay.
So, Steve.
Okay.
If you want to come back in, it's great. Oh my gosh, I was gonna ask.
Sorry,
something.
one of my employees came in and it like scared the crap out of
Do they not know
I was
you're like a local
hi, I'm in the
celebrity?
middle of a call.
They don't understand your celebrity status. You're on a freaking
They don't
podcast live right
understand,
now.
Dana. It's really hard to be a celebrity in Bryan College Station, Texas.
Oh my gosh, Kiki, do you want to stay on through the end?
Sure. I'm
I
just
have
gonna be
a
in
question
here.
for
Yeah.
Kiki real quick.
Yeah.
Go
You're,
for it, buddy.
Like, okay, I'm holding a gun to your head. What's the last
you do that?
the last Christmas
gonna do
song,
that.
the last Christmas song you're ever gonna hear? What is it?
Oh, Holy Night is my absolute favorite.
Awesome. That's a
Can I
great
tell
one.
you?
I love that song. I used to like the Leah Michelle version, but we canceled her, so she's done for.
Can I tell you who's singing that?
Does totally own that song.
Yes, you can tell me.
Amy Hens.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh, I can't wait.
Amy Hens, are you kidding?
Yeah, we're filming that one next week. I can't.
Oh, that makes me want to cry. I haven't heard her sing in so long.
Yeah. But speaking of you, Brittany and Taylor, are you working on yours?
Yeah. Did you tell everybody what we're doing?
No, would you like to?
So Adrian has donned the task of putting Brittany, Taylor, and I together to do a COVID-19 version of Santa Baby.
I love it. Love
So
it.
I hope you guys are ready because it's going to be really good.
So I
And
want to
sexy.
switch things around. I want to move to the fun fact right now. Is that okay with anyone? Any
No,
objection?
that's great. And Rodney,
Go for it.
kudos. That's brilliant in the chat.
What did he say?
I'm just messing with Christy.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
You don't need a new link. It's the same room.
It says the host removed her though.
That's
I
because
didn't
the host
touch it.
kicked her out.
Who removed her?
If you remove her, I don't think you can let her back into the same meeting.
Way to go,
Wait, like
Adrian.
ever?
Oh my gosh.
Adrian, that's amazing.
I didn't mean to. Okay, we're going to Jennifer Riley, folks. Can we see? Perfect.
I think
Hey
it's
there,
coming.
Diva Dads. I hope you all are doing well this week and have emerged from your food comas successfully. This is Jen Riley here with a fun fact. So, are you a fan of dogs? And are you a fan of the band The Beatles?
Yeah.
Well, then you might want to know that at the end of the song A Day in the Life, Paul McCartney said that he added in a frequency that only dogs can hear. So maybe play it over the holidays and see if your dogs react to the end of the song and maybe they start dancing themselves. Just a quick fact for this week, but hopefully entertaining. I look forward to this week's episode, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.
Okay, for real. So my son was here. He jumped in. Jay Feather Gaming. He's watched the show. He was talking about the Beatles. We were actually talking about Ringo because he's a drummer, and he's like, there's stuff that Ringo did in the music that was so incredible and trend-setting that we don't realize now, like that stuff came from. And he goes, and Sgt. Pepper's was just a brilliant album. And we were talking about all this. And actually, I had asked him what he want for Christmas, and he's like, I want to be in DCI, which we've talked about before with Catherine Morgan and whatnot, or Thomas and whatnot. And I'm trying to make this fast. And he
Doing a
said, well,
great
for
job.
Christmas, I want the DCI money. Like, help me be part of Drum Corps International. He said, but, I want to get a record player and I want Sgt. Pepper's on vinyl. And I was like, that's the most odd thing. And that was today at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. When I got back home and was trying to finish up the last pieces of whatever, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, wasn't the fun fact about the Sgt. Pepper's album? And I was blown away that the stars were aligning for this. So now he's like, yeah, I told him about this, and he's like, I got to get the album now to see if the dogs go crazy.
Just real quick, Josie also on the Beatles note, she didn't realize they were from England. She thought they were American.
Oh,
and I was like, we were having this discussion because we were talking about accents, and I was like, isn't it interesting that this, that it's called English because we're from England, the language comes from England, but whenever people sing, they sound like Americans. What's up with that?
Yeah.
And so then I started listing off all the bands that were British or whatever, and I was like, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, all, just Led Zeppelin, just go down the list. And she was like, wait, the Beatles are from Great Britain? I was like, yeah, all 4 of them. So, at least she knew who the Beatles were. I mean, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, you're kind of a good dad.
I'm really sad that my dad's on here because he would have a lot to say. Because that fact about Sgt. Pepper's, we've actually talked about that before. Or my dad has, because he's the ultimate Beatles fan. But also, did y'all see what Michelle just said? That Bungalow Bill by the Beatles is written about about Sonia Cook's uncle.
What?
That's crazy. So Sonia Cook,
I don't know who Sonia Cook is.
she's a theater company actress who actually only did a couple of shows. The only one I ever did with her was Annie Get Your Gun. But she graduated with Tara and with Michelle and Jeff Barbet at Consol. But Sonia owns an acting studio that was in LA. Now she's in New Orleans. But her sister is a Grammy award-winning opera singer.
Oh, wow.
But Michelle, you're going to have to come on later on another episode and tell us about this. This is crazy.
Or join us in After Dark.
Yeah. Yes, Mother, I know that he saw the Beatles in Houston. Goodness gracious. No, that was a great fun fact. Any questions for Kiki while he works away? But we're going to end on a final video, and then we'll have some final words after that.
Cool.
Anybody got anything else for me?
Just that we love you.
Yep. Your episode last week was great.
It was
last
fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Really
My
good.
episode last week was a hot mess. If there's 2 words to describe me, those are them.
Did you listen to the podcast version, Kiki?
No, because I'm scared.
And that was brilliant. You need to listen to it.
Yeah, you need to listen to it. It's pretty funny.
Oh gosh, I'm terrified.
I love that you kept that. I deleted it off the live show, but yeah, I appreciate you kept it.
Danny, did you appreciate your sound effect too?
Wait, what?
Cool. So thanks for listening.
I did. What I
Yikes.
miss? Okay, I'll have to listen again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen again. I don't think I noticed it either.
Dana had a very special sound effect. But yeah, Kiki, congratulations on being the first censored guest that we've had.
I know, it's kind of an honor, honestly. Like the fact that I'm the first one. I'm like, thank you so much, everybody before me, for letting me have this title.
In a completely non-leading question at all, Christy Petty would like to know, who is your favorite boss?
Oh my gosh, she's just throwing me out there. KP, you the realist.
Good answer.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We've got another video that is really special and I'm excited to share with anybody. Oh, just so we know, and I'm going to call her out right now, Kate Mitchell was actually supposed to be on this episode, but I'm pretty sure she's drinking.
That's why she should be on the episode.
Yeah, me
but
too.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all ready?
What?
Quiet.
Hey, we were asked what our favorite entertainment at the holiday time is. And this is something we agree on, like 100%.
Singing. Yeah, one thing that we really enjoy doing every year at our church is I work on a Christmas cantata with our choir, and then we get to take it to the community and sing it for some nursing homes and for the residents there, and for our church too.
Yeah, so caroling. Caroling's pretty much one of my favorite things. Like going in the Roebler's neighborhood was always super cool with his family. Yeah.
Yeah, and then some years we get to do a Christmas sing-along at Christie's place in downtown Bryan. That's always a lot of fun.
Yes, that's one of my favorites too. And then I used to teach my students all the Spanish versions, and we'd go up and down the hallways and sing to the different classes, and that was pretty cool.
But definitely one of our favorite things to do every year is our church in Curtin, which they originally had all of their services in German when they first started the church many, many years ago. But one thing they still do every Christmas Eve is they sing Silent Night in the original German.
Stille Nacht.
Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft einsam wach, nur das frohe heilige Paar, wo die Knabe lockigen schlafen in the shadow.
Are you kidding me?
That was awesome sauce.
That was
Oh my God.
literally incredible.
That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was really special. I wanted to save that for the end.
Thank you guys so
That was beautiful.
I'm also, I didn't tell them this, but I'm saving that also to include it in the theater company carol because it's too beautiful not to.
It has to be in that. Are you kidding me?
Speaking of a theater company carol, so the wish list that Carrie and I had of being able to like include as many people as we could and include as many like, because Christmas songs are not just fun songs to sing or to be seen, but they're just so special to sing. I was telling Carrie the other day that one of my dreams as a kid was to make my own Christmas album. Like I didn't want to be a pop star or anything like that. Like I just wanted a Christmas album. And we're kind of doing a theater company Christmas album. So for anyone out there who I haven't talked to or who's interested, or you have a special Christmas song you want to sing or a duet or a group number, let me know, because the way we're structuring this now, essentially this is just a really wonderful Christmas card to our theater community. And I can have as many people and as many things as we want on it, because we're just going to be releasing things slowly over the holidays. So send me a message. Let me know if you want to participate, because I would love to have everybody.
So I did make a Christmas album with my kids when they were like 10 and 5. I played guitar and sang with them. They sang. Like, it was amazing. You're like, there's something about Christmas and this time of year and the songs that transcend whatever's happening in the world. And I talked to my son about it on this trip, and he's 16, whatever. And I said, do you want to do another Christmas album with your sister? And he was like, absolutely. And I was like,
Aww.
so we're going to work on it like through the year, so that next year, like our big gift so I know none of my other family watch the show, but he does. So it's okay. We're going to give them the gift of a full like 10-song Christmas album.
Wow. That's amazing, Dana.
Yeah.
Cynthia, tell us how, because you're doing a couple things. You're playing for multiple numbers, but you also get to sing in one. Tell us about the song that you get to do.
Well, so this is actually really cool, because every year for Christmas, my parents have lived all over the world, and every year for Christmas, they've just wanted the kids singing. So we actually have videos from them every year singing Christmas songs. And so Adrian asked, hey, could Harrison play a song in New York? He's in New York right now. And then you guys sing to it. So he's going to play his guitar in New York and record Way in a Manger in Spanish. And then we're going to sing the second verse in English.
That's fabulous.
So our tradition of music will continue to, and it's so fun because Facebook reminds me every Christmas Eve with these videos of them growing up singing different Christmas songs each year. And we have to do like 50 takes because someone laughs or burps or farts or something. And
yeah, Christy's in. Christy wants to do it. Rodney, I'm ready for your family number. I'm excited. Also, I'm revisiting the script of this Christmas Carol thing, and I'm really excited. I'll keep you updated when you need to know.
Yeah, I'm wondering about this. I don't know what I need to be doing, and
you don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, we'll talk about it later. Hi,
sounds
Emma.
great.
There's 2 deaf dogs in this home right now, and both of them are just kind of wandering around aimlessly.
I can't believe you talk about your pops like that.
He's not here.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, we were going to hang out today, but my brother needs help. They're trying to fix up their house. So he's in College Station. My mom and I are here. We got to hang out. Had some good food today. Yeah. What is your favorite Christmas song, Rodney? Favorite Christmas song of all time?
The one that is most associated with me is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Why is that associated with you?
That's just I don't know why. I think I used to just sing it around the house as a joke. But then for several years I would get like little hippopotami to hang on my tree. So I do have a little hippopotamus on my tree that I hung today. So
great. Dana, what's yours?
Other than Justin Bieber's Under the Mistletoe.
Oh, dude.
That's not a joke. I love that song.
I don't.
100%.
I don't.
What?
You don't like Dolly, but you like the
Shorty
beat.
with you.
Like I don't.
Shorty with you.
I don't get it.
I know, right? It's
It, like,
ridiculous,
hurts
but I
my
love it.
head.
The first Noel is like I will drop what I'm doing and sing. Like that's 100%.
Cynthia, do you have a favorite?
I grew up an Army brat, so I love I'll Be Home for Christmas. That just has such meaning to me. So I love that one. And then we talked about chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I have 3 boys. They sing Chester's nuts roasting on an open fire.
Boys will be boys.
Dobby, what about you?
There's like again like
One.
favorite children. I can't name a favorite.
One.
No, I can give you
No, just
Up 2.
3. I love What Are You Doing New Year's Eve?
That's good.
Love it.
I don't even know what that is, but okay, cool.
Well,
Yeah,
the
and
reason-
Harry Connick Jr.'s version is just like
Yeah.
I love Vonda Shepard's version from Ally McBeal. That's how I first heard it. But I sang it a couple of years ago with Weston as a promo for Whose Holiday. Andrew and I are searching for the video so we can re-release it. But I love the Rosemary Clooney, Nat King Cole, or is it Bing Crosby, Silver Bells?
That's a good one.
That duet.
Her voice.
Oh, it makes me so happy. And then Judy Garland singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Every time.
I am so glad that we did this tonight because Christmas is my absolute favorite time of year. Sharing all the memories with family and friends. I mean, you
Also,
guys.
Mike Kilgore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Mike. Whatever. Do we need him? I don't know.
Dang it, I was going to have my internet go out. Dang it, I forgot to do that.
Any final holiday messages before we wrap this one up?
Well, we'll probably have. What are we? Are we done for the year? We're gonna do.
God, I
another
hope not.
show. Okay, all right. Well, happy holidays. I agree with everybody. This is one of my favorite times of the year, and it does break my heart that I don't get to see as many people in person as usual. But you are definitely, all you people are in my hearts. All the people that have that are watching us on YouTube and listen to us on the weekly. We know who you are. So we thank you guys. And, we love you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I ran out of things to say.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. I'm glad that I got to see you in person yesterday. This is my favorite time of year. I can't wait to see what we can drum up for the next few shows before Christmas, and I'm freaking Buddy the Elf during this time of year, and my wife is like eye rolling,
I have some exciting people who I think are lined up for the next couple weeks.
Cool.
Well, for everyone out there, oh no, he finished his drink. Please join us for Dads After Dark. This has been a really special episode. My mom's been watching from the other room on YouTube. Join us for Dads After Dark. Go to our Facebook page or TTCDivaDads.com, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. Are we muted?
Is this where we say this?